college. So by the time they get to the NBA or the WNBA, they're better players. But we got this nonsense. Stop that. Just knock it off. And good morning to everybody who is joining us here on the show. Now we're going to get into a little bit of the topics on all sides. So the USMCA trade deal faces uncertainty after Trump refuses to renew the agreement. So that's going to be interesting. So this is the US, Mexico, and Canada. Okay. Because we don't have to trade with you. You don't have to trade with us. Like, but where is they going to leave us? Prices are going to fluctuate. Okay. So the Supreme Court allows states to ban transgender athletes from women's sports, which is good, but now it's a state's issue. It's not so much mandate, right? Because here's the deal. The Supreme Court can't mandate anything, but Congress can. Now, can Congress turn around and say, okay, this is federal law. None of you are allowed to put men in women's sports, period. And if you do, it's a crime. They could totally do that. They could, but we'll see what happens. We'll see. We'll see what happens. So is your student loan situation about to change for some people? Hopefully it will. Good morning. Good morning. I'm 𝗧𝗢𝗧𝗢𝗏. Let's see. 𝗧𝗢𝗡𝗏𝗧𝗢𝗏. I don't want to mispronounce these individuals joining me. And 𝗧𝗢𝗡𝗏𝗧𝗢𝗏. If I butchered it, I do apologize. But thank you guys for joining me this morning. So the Education Department cuts loan eligibility for college degree programs, yielding low earning jobs. Okay, because see, people can still, get Pell Grants or get loans on their own, but they can't get necessarily the loans that are federal government loans because they're two different things. So, of course, the birthright citizenship, it sparks a debate over constitutional authority. I'm glad that the conversation has started because for the most part, in my opinion, like I told you guys the other day, this really kicks down the door for those who abused, right, that system, saying, okay, if you're here, you have a baby, that baby's a citizen. Well, what they need to do is take away the incentivization of that. So that means no more chain migration. They should just end that period. I don't even know why that's even a thing with anything, with H-1B visas, anything. If you are over here on a visa, it's you. Well, I want to bring my wife over. Well, she can't come over. She's going to have to become a naturalized citizen through the process. Well, what if she can't come over? Then you're just going to have to figure something out. Not my fault, not my problem. This has nothing to do with me. And that's how it has to be. Period. Citizenship in this country is a privilege. It is not a right. Period. For anybody. Except for the descendants of slaves, because that's who it was written for. That 14th Amendment, that wonderful amendment. Okay. Now, let's get into our first video. Now, I'm not going to play the whole video because it's a little bit long, but the beginning of the video actually sums up what's happening.
It's the fourth time in this committee that we've had a hearing on sanctuary cities. And there's many other things that we could be doing other than this.
I get so upset when with your butts, and you don't want to talk about this. This is the fourth hearing. Do you know what I'm thankful for? And this is so messed up, I'm gonna say it. You know what I'm thankful for? I'm thankful that my daughter was just shot in the back of the head, not raped, murdered, dismembered. And you can actually dismiss the angel families. You can say, but you don't want to hear four sessions on angel families. I'm sorry, you need to. Anyone have a baby here? The joy of picking out their first outfit that they're gonna wear on their ride home from the hospital. I had to pick out my daughter's last outfit.
You used the term sorry early on when you answered that question. You never have to apologize. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Yeah. So the chairwoman of this committee, she really sat there and said, this is our fourth one. Like, you're so bothered. If you're so bothered, 𝗧𝗢𝗏𝗧𝗢𝗏, then leave Congress. Y'all need to vote her out in Michigan. I don't even know why this woman is even in the building. You need to go. The American people in Michigan need to stand up against that nonsense and vote her out. She's up for re-election this November. Get her out of there. Get her out. She is not there to serve the American people. She does not care. She was just like, we're here again. Ugh. Really? Okay. Now, the next one we're going to get into is the DHS secretary. And now this is in reference to the Haitian migrants that are under orders of deportation because TPS is ended. Look, TPS was only good for 18 months. How are you here over a decade on a program that gives you 18 months? It is because there are people protecting a status that does not have a pathway. But that didn't mean they couldn't apply for other statuses. And here's the deal. If you will try to apply for another status and you're denied, you're not going to get to naturalization unless you leave the country and then reapply to come back. Because something either happened while you were here, or there's just a situation where your citizenship is denied. Not everybody's accepted. It's really interesting to me. It's almost like we're entitled. No, you're not.
With the Supreme Court victory on TPS, are you going to be going after Haitians living in the country, Syrians living in the country? What's the path forward?
Well, I hate when it's phrased going after individuals. The fact is, TPS for certain individuals under the court ruling, they no longer have status. TPS was temporary. It was never meant to be a permanent status. You had an opportunity while you were here to possibly try to change your status. Now that the court ruling has went out, you no longer have that option. You have to go back to a country that either take you or back to the country you came from. And if you deport yourself, which we will give you $2,600 plus a plane ticket to go home, you had the opportunity at that point to fill out it legally for a visa or another way to come back in this country. But you have to come in through our immigration systems and follow our laws, not illegally. But if we have to arrest you and deport you, that option of coming back in this country is off the table. So we would encourage everybody that fell under TPS, that is no longer temporary protected status for you, your time has expired. Go to our website, sign up for self-deportation. We'll help you get to the country that you came from, or get you to the country that are willing to accept you. Fill out the paperwork, and maybe you can come back and participate in the American dream.
You spoke about Mike Lawler. That's his big cause. He's got a lot of Haitians who live
Yes.
in the Hudson Valley. Have you spoken to him about this? And it's big for the healthcare community here in New York,
Right.
too.
Mike and I have spoken almost daily. In fact, I've already talked to him today about this. He's trying to figure out the path forward. As I told him, he needs to encourage all the Haitians that are still underneath TPS status, or was underneath TPS status, to self-deport so they can have the opportunity to come back. So we're trying to work out, possibly even attach somebody with his office to help process the self-deportation. And then once they get back into the country they're going to, either host country or the country that they originated from, to fill out that paperwork and streamline it.
Okay, so I have a question in the comments that says, what do you think? Basic human rights are more important than citizen rights? We all deserve clean water, healthy food, shelter, medicine, and free passage of travel. It's the brotherhood of mankind. Absolutely not. Men have always had borders since the beginning of time. Tribes had borders. People have always had borders. It is the responsibility of each country to provide that for their citizens. It is not upon one country to provide that to the world. Let me say that again. It is not upon one country to provide that to the world. The people that have been put into office by their people, right? Because not every country is a republic like we are here in the United States, where we think we're picking early. There's some of them are picked, but I'm just saying we get to choose who represents us in our counties, in our cities, in our states, in our federal government. A lot of countries aren't like that. They're communistic, and they dictate and they rule over them.